regular Eveleth City Council meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. April 18th will now come to order. Roll call.
Counselor Rousey.
Here.
Counselor Koivunen.
Here.
Counselor Perpich.
Here.
Counselor Lillis.
Here.
Mayor Vaisalovich.
Here. Approval of minutes, City Council meeting April 4th, 2023. If no one has any questions, changes, or amendments, I call for a motion that we approve these minutes.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Perpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of tonight's agenda. Do we have any changes, additions, or comments? If not, then I'll ask for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda as printed.
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No appointments or presentations. Consent agenda. Approval of payroll March 16th through the 31st. If no one has any questions on that, I'll call for a motion that we approve March 16th to 31 payroll.
So moved.
Motion made by Perpich. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No public hearings, no unfinished business. We'll jump into new business. Item number 1, assessment hearing, 2020 Garfield Street Reconstruction Project. At this time, I will suspend the regular council meeting and open up the hearing. I have a few comments to make on the hearing just for some clarification. When everybody got their bill, there's a number of options with that. And it's been like that forever. You can either pay the bill in full or let the county take care of it, which they finance for 20 years at 3% interest, and nobody is refused. And that's probably the best way to go, because if you transfer the property, the cost stays with the property. It doesn't follow you anywhere. So you figure the amount the assessment is over 20 years and it's attached to your property taxes. And that's, I would say 90% of the people do that.
You know,
They give you the lump sum option, but I've maybe seen 2 or 3 people since I've been doing this pay that.
I roughly, when I got the letter, I read the letter, and I did the math quick, and it would be about $5 a month is what they'll assess your taxes for. So, then that's at 3%, so it's not that bad at all.
You don't have to pay it all
You
at
don't
one
have to pay it right off,
one
you don't
time.
do anything, and the county will just assume it, and
It goes onto your taxes when you have to pay your home taxes, your property taxes.
And just to give you a rough estimate, $1,500, if you're assessed that, that's about $5 a month. If you're assessed $2,000, then you're at about $8 a month. You know, so it's that way, it's not that bad, but when they send you something, because I did it myself, when they send it to you, you're going, oh God, where am I gonna get to $2,000 to pay this off? Well, then you step back and you find the opportunity like this, because if you wanted to pay it off, you go to a bank, they're gonna give you a loan at 7%. This way, the county just absorb it for 3% and nothing's done. Your taxes will go up $50 a year.
And if you should move and sell your home, the person that buys it will pay that.
They'll assume the rest of it.
They'll assume the rest of it.
So, and that's a lot of people don't know that, so we just wanted to clarify that.
Mayor, could I say something?
Yes.
So what happens if the city council approves the assessment roll? Then what we do here inside, staff sends you an invoice, and if you choose to not pay it within 30 days, then we hang on to the special assessment and we certify it to the county in November. So if you needed time to come up with financing, go to a bank, whatever you wanted to do, if you chose to pay it off, you'd have time between when we send you that invoice and when we certify it to the county, okay? And then also the interest rate is 3.5% for a period of 20 years. So you have some time. If you decide to pay it off in between the time that you get the invoice and when we would certify it, we would, of course, accept your money and we just won't send it to the county because it's paid. And when we do we call it certification, when we certify these special assessments to the county, let's say next year you say, I've got the money, you can come in at any time and you can pay us the entire assessment, and then we just call the county and we tell them to take that off your taxes. So it gives you time to get your finances in order or find a loan or something like that. So I wanted to clarify that for you. Do you have any questions about that?
Yeah. The water lines, the water shutoff lines are, at least on my 3 properties, are above sod level substantially. On top of which, I had 2 saplings that I had called fall of 2020 that were not replaced. So I was wondering if we could address some of them issues.
So Jerry can answer that, but can I ask what your name is, please?
Scott Araya.
Thank you. Stephanie has to write down. Thanks.
Yeah, hi Scott. Yeah, we can lower those shutoffs and lower them. I don't recall ever getting a call on any saplings, so I don't know who you may have talked to, but I know it wasn't me. At the time.
I couldn't tell you who I had talked to.
Because I mean, if you would have talked to me, I would have definitely tried to do something there.
Okay.
No doubt about it. You know, now it's a little late in the game, I guess, but we can talk. I mean, you can come down.
Okay.
can discuss
Those
it.
were put in just a year prior to the project.
Okay.
And then the water shutoffs, I haven't looked at any others, but I know that mine are substantially above grade.
Yeah, we can lower that. That's no problem. What's your address?
715 Garfield Street.
Do you have any pictures of the saplings? Pictures of the front that we can look at?
I don't think I do, but I could look through and see. I believe the city.
Were they boulevard trees?
Yes, sir.
It should be pretty standard then of what they put in.
Yeah, did you get a new tree installed in front of you?
No, sir.
Oh, you didn't?
I did, but I didn't have a tree.
You got his tree.
Maybe they messed up, yeah. Because any place that they took a tree out of, they're supposed to put it back unless the homeowner said they didn't want it.
There was a lot of chaos going on with that project, so
Yeah, it was definitely a big project. So you didn't get a tree in the boulevard and you wanted one, is what you're saying?
yeah.
Oh, well, come and talk to me and we'll figure something out.
Okay.
You know, getting back to the assessment, the house I had prior to where I'm at, they did the alley and had the assessment, and I just did the same program. And when I left, the new owner is picking up the tab.
I
For
was
it.
also curious on what the percentage of the assessment was on us.
It's supposed to be 40% of the storm sewer and street construction, which came to $1 million.
Yeah.
But obviously, the council decided to lower that because they know that would have been a strain on you guys. So they went down to 100,000. So I don't know what the percentage was. 1%, 10%. So 40. On the whole street, though.
Okay. So
And
the assessment percentage per property was, I think we had received letters on it prior to the project.
We did have a hearing prior, yeah.
Which I didn't get because I didn't own my house at the time.
Oh, you're caught between the rock and the hard spot.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that percentage in front of me what each homeowner would have paid because I'd have to figure out each footage, but on a total, it would have been a $400,000 assessment for all the properties, but it was only 100,000, which
Okay.
it's still a lot, 100,000, but you know, it's a lot cheaper than the policy itself. If we don't went by the policy, it was not good. So, the council recognized that, that's why they went down.
So,
But I can figure out with your footage and stuff. When you come in, we can take a look at it and give you a percentage of what you paid.
yes,
For
sir.
how many feet?
I was just curious on on that, I had done some digging, and, so that was just one of my curiosities as to what the homeowners were being assessed, according to the grand total, what our assessment on it was.
I could give you your individual, because you own more than one lot, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can, it's easy math, we can figure it out.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions, like to address the council on the issue, or? It's kind of staggering when you get that bill with the price of everything else now going up, and gas went up again the other day. Surprise, surprise, but it's a pretty standard formula, and the county makes it pretty easy for everybody to work with too. And there's some flexibility there too in the payment plan, if you have, but there is no qualification. You get the same plan as everybody else. You don't have to meet any criteria or anything.
No, I did it, and I never even noticed my taxes that much because they go up all the time for some stupid reason anyway, so the $5, $10 didn't make any difference to me. At least I understood what that tax was. It's like a cell phone bill. There's 14 different taxes on it. And what is it? Your heat bill. There's so many terms. Well, what's the difference between one term and another term? I find out my heat bill, there's lots. You know, I mean, they make it so goofy. But you won't even notice it that bad on your taxes. It's just the fact that when you see that $1,500 or $1,800, it's like, oh my God. You know, and it is. But then now, it works out. You know, the 3% you barely notice it. If we could just let it stay at that rather than, I just got my tax statement the other day and not good.
Anybody else have any questions for us or on the process? If not, then I will close the public hearing or assessment hearing and reopen the council meeting. Thank you for coming up. Jerry,
Okay.
when we plant some trees, you could probably go in
Yeah,
there.
there's some trees up there.
Yeah, contact here.
That's,
Well,
That's what it is.
I mean, it's as simple as that. It sure is a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, it is.
$5 a month it is to pay.
okay, item number 2. Thank you. Item number 2, resolution adopting assessment for 2020 Garfield Street reconstruction project. Do I have a motion supporting that resolution?
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Consider accepting quote for 2023 concrete curb, sidewalk, and pavement. It looks like we only had one bidder there, eh, Jer?
Yes, sir. I sent out 2 bids, got one back, 3D, all was done really well in town,
Yeah, that's,
so I recommend them.
all right.
I know they did a great job on my extension on my driveway last summer. I'm very well pleased with it.
That's nice to have, if you can have the same contractor, you know, that's the whole thing, they know what the town looks like, what it has to do with the people. If no one has any questions, I guess, call for a motion, we accept the quote from 3D Concrete and Construction.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, do I have support?
I'll support.
Support by Purpich, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Resolution accepting donation to the Eveleth Library. $800 from United Way of Northeastern Minnesota. Have we ever gotten a donation from them?
I apologize, I don't recall.
I don't either. But if no one has any questions, I'll call for a motion that we approve this resolution accepting the donation and thanking the United Way of Northeast Minnesota.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen, do we have support? Support. Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item number 5, at this point, the council will go into closed session for Minnesota Statute 13D.05 to develop or consider offers or counter offers for the purchase or sale of real or personal property. Potential sale of city-owned vacant land located northeast corner of intersection of Highway 37, Station 44. I'd like to call for a motion that we go into closed session.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich, have support?
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in,
Mayor, just a point of order, did you want to go through any updates or board presentations or anything before? It's the last item on the agenda.
now there's nobody here.
Okay.
I might just cut them all off and we'll. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. At this point, I will suspend the regular council meeting and go into our closed session.